All right, guys, we have the Nuclear War Survival Skills book, and it's really cool with the updated 2022 version to talk about, specifically all the stuff that's going on in the world. And the first half of this book, I think, is the most useful information, specifically the first few pages that go over all the types of information about these types of scenarios that the average person just doesn't understand going off. Everyone has it in their head. There's a lot of misinformation started, from Cold War era stuff. So I would say overall, most people will not read, or need to read past the first few portions of this book. The stuff that you mainly would want to get information off of is like that myth busting in the beginning, exactly what you need to be worried about over what time frame, and then some specific information about the shielding effects of different types of materials. How much it would take of wood versus sand versus lead or whatever, because that might come into play in an actual scenario. But beyond that, I think there should be probably a less technical version that I could make out of this information. Like it's not fluff. There's no fluff in here, but there's a lot that just most people, unless you're going to go full on, bunker building kind of preparations, most people just wouldn't use or need all that info. So I think there could be a more pared down version for quote unquote normies who aren't preppers, but all that good information is still in there. So I still can obviously recommend this for anyone who has even a passing interest in preparation for any kind of nuclear event. But that would be my one critique, is that there's a lot in here that's, how to build masks out of scrap materials. That's just not going to be something that most people need, and I think it kind of obfuscates that really important information for most people. So I definitely can recommend it, though, and especially at the value. Having the physical book on hand, I think, is important, not just relying on the internet to be able to find that. So, as always, link is in the description.